What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Not Sunday summary. Yes, we're going live Saturday night because tomorrow's Easter. Everyone wants time with their family. Everyone wants to enjoy the match against Arsenal, which, Steve, I got to be honest, man, I'm not feeling too great about. But, we go. We grind. We play. What's up?
I'm going to be baking a ham during the match.
I don't like ham. I'm not a big ham guy.
I like ham. I mean,
I prefer turkey or chicken. You know what I mean? Like ham, I don't know. I feel like it's too salty.
I think turkey's the worst of the three because it's got no flavor. That's why people hammer it with gravy.
Fair point.
It has literally, it's got a little bit of flavor, but it's really hard to keep it moist. It dries out quite a bit. But I think ham, there's a place in the world for ham.
Are Liverpool going to go ham tomorrow?
I hope so.
Are we going to get waxed? That's the question that I'm curious about.
Because
that match against Chelsea was absolutely boring. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had to say, I wasn't not impressed with what I saw. Like, I don't know, dude. It just seemed like two terrible teams playing each other. That's all I saw. No one's really motivated to get a goal, some chances on both sides. I'm surprised we didn't concede, to be honest with you. But going in to play Arsenal, what did we draw with them last time? I don't even remember.
No, they beat us.
They beat us, right? That was the game Luis Diaz got injured?
I think they beat us, yeah. Things were a lot different then. I think back to those games at the beginning of the year, like that Arsenal match. Like we were still not rock bottom where we are now. So a lot's changed since then. But I also think for the most part, we get up for big games. That wasn't the case against City.
No, not even a little bit.
I wouldn't even call Chelsea that much of a big game anymore because we can't score against them and they can't score against us. However,
they can't score, period.
I don't even know if we deserved a point from that match. It was a step in the right direction from the City match. But they put two balls in the net, both offsides, right? Or handball and one offside, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I watched it back. I watched the entire match up until probably the 80th minute. So anything that happened after that, nope.
Don't know. Was it 2 goals that went in the back of the net, or just
doesn't even matter, dude? Doesn't even matter at this point. It's nil. It was 0-0, 1 point. Chelsea working backwards. They're hustling backwards. You getting Frank Lampard again? Is that official? The hell is Chelsea doing, bro?
Yeah, it is. It is. Doing? I just think they obviously went for Nagelsmann and who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy's name. It doesn't even matter.
Well, they were linked with Ancelotti. They were linked with the American guy, the one that got fired from Leeds.
Marsh.
Wasn't that the one? Marsh. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Or no, maybe that wasn't. Maybe that's not Chelsea. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why we're talking about Chelsea. I think it's just because we're leading into the Arsenal match. Arsenal, top of the league. What do they have? 62 points, 72 points, something like that.
They're definitely having a hell of a year.
Yeah, they're definitely having a hell of a year. And I think the biggest news coming out of this week going into Arsenal is that there were reports suggesting that, Luis Diaz was going to be available. Klopp has said that he's not available. He's likely going to be available for Leeds. But Thiago is in a little bit of a different situation, and he could feature against Arsenal. Whether or not it makes a big difference, I'm not exactly sure, bro. I know that I have my starting 11 who I would play, and Chris last week had said that he thinks we're going to win because it's Anfield. I'll take a draw. I will. We're just not playing well, dude. There's no way I can see this team just picking it up.
At home, I could. I can see it. Because we were playing like shit before the United match.
Oh, that's true.
So
7-0. Yeah. Could you imagine if we beat them 7-0?
Doesn't that feel like it was forever ago?
Feels like it was a different time, dude.
Different season. Yeah. By the way, Arsenal are on 72 points.
72
points.
It's remarkable. We're not going to get there this season.
With 9 games to go.
Nah, it's absolutely crazy.
If they won all 9, What is that? 27. It's 100
It's
points.
27.
99 points.
Oh, you're talking about Arsenal?
If Arsenal won out, it'd be 99 points.
Yeah, I'm thinking Liverpool because what do we have? 42, 43,
We
something like that.
have
There's we can't even get to 72. I don't think.
43. It took me so long to scroll down to the middle of the table.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
we've been privileged for a long time. But
We
big
have
up to everyone in the chat: Ryan, Amarley, Victor. I know very different time. Probably won't have as many people in here. Ryan Johnson, thanks for your support. Slap a like on the stream. Steve, who are you starting in this match, man? Given that news, let's say Luis Diaz isn't playing, but let's say Thiago is a possibility, man. Who are you starting? Let's go with your starting 11.
Well, I just don't know if Thiago's fit enough to start or fit enough to be on the bench and make a cameo in the second half. I don't know.
I'd be very surprised if he started.
Right. Well, all right. So are we going to take him out of contention for this?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Damn.
Let's
That
take him
sucks,
out.
'cause he was one of my three. I'm going to go Gomez right back. Trent, you still need to figure it out, pal.
I love that, dude. What do you guys think in the chat, by the way? I think that is just so justified at this point in time. Like Gomez at right back. So
I don't know if we'll see it though, because he got benched last match. Like, yeah, we rotated. Van Dijk was sick, things of that nature. That was a rotation match because nothing was working, and that was basically saying to these guys, this is my opinion, you have to do better, or you're not guaranteed to start every match. I don't think it was to rest or anything like that, because we were coming off a bad loss. It's not like we were playing bottom of the barrel Bournemouth. It was Chelsea. That was a statement by Klopp to say, I will do this. I will rotate. I will take you out and bench you. So I think Trent could come back in, because the last thing Klopp wants to do is ruin his confidence and make him think he's in the doghouse. We want him to be benched, but Klopp's a people person. He's weighing the scales. He's seen something in training this week. He'll make his decision. My vote's Gomez. Then I'm going to go Konate and Virgil, who should be back tomorrow. Robbo, because I don't think Tsimikas was great.
No.
Robbo's just a workhorse. He could have a bad match. He's still going to put in a shift. You can't say the same about Tsimikas. Good backup when Robbo was hurt last season, especially.
Oh God, he was great last season. Absolutely was.
He was. He's just at the wrong club. If he wants to play, he could start for 16 of the Premier League clubs, probably. Maybe 12. I don't know, but he's a good player. Midfield, I'm going to go Fabinho. I'm going to go Hendo and Elliott.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
That's who I'm going with. If Thiago's not, Thiago was one of my choices.
Right. If Thiago's healthy, obviously he's slotting in for Elliott, but I don't know. Just based on what Klopp said, I don't know. It seems like he might be a sub.
Right. Well, I think a diamond in the rough that we're in right now is the fact that Fabinho's not god awful anymore.
Right.
He's turned a bit. Still sloppy fouls, but that's just because we're all out of sorts as an 11.
Sure.
So, but I think he's probably one of the first names on the team sheet for Klopp tomorrow. I think. He's got an engine. He's got great stamina. He can put in a shift for you. And then
what
I
about
think
your front three?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Salah, Nunez, and then Jota on the left.
Salah, Nunez, Jota. Okay. All right. So I essentially have the same
yours
one.
Is the same.
Almost. So I changed it up a little bit. So let me actually pull it up here. So I went with Allison in goal, obviously. Gomez at right back. I thought Gomez was honestly a breath of fresh air when I watched him against Chelsea, even though he didn't have, to be frank with you, he honestly looked so much better than Trent in almost every aspect of his game. Even though we've always been critical of Gomez going forward, he's not really a wing back per se. He's not, but he still looked better. I mean, even on the ball, he looked pretty good. But I think Gomez, and someone here said it, I agree with it 100%. I think he's a better right back than he is a center back. But I'm starting Gomez again. I do understand what you were saying regarding Maybe you don't want to ruin Trent's confidence, but at the same time, dude, Klopp's trying to make a statement. He's trying to pull out top 4. And what he's going to do, what he needs to do for that. So Gomez, and I agree with everyone else, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Midfield exactly the same with Henderson, Fabinho, and Elliott. But my front 3, Nunez on the left, Firmino through the middle, and Salah on the right. I think Jota...
Firmino is an Arsenal killer, so that's actually a good shout.
And that is exactly why I put him in there. Now, Jota, I think, looked much better last match against Chelsea than he has since he's come back from injury. I saw something. He hasn't scored a goal in over like a year, since last year. It's really kind of crazy. Now, to be fair, he's been injured for like 5 of those months, but I'm still telling you, Jota will likely start tomorrow, but I start Firmino with this match, dude. When I watch Firmino play, and I called you after I watched the first half of the Chelsea game, when Firmino's on the pitch, it's just so much better. God, it's so much better. Nobody plays like him. Gakpo tries, he's been okay. Jota tries, he's been okay. Firmino is that guy. I'm going with Firmino in this match, dude.
I forgot about Gakpo.
I know.
Crap.
I forgot about Curtis Jones until he started the other day.
Yeah, and he slipped all over the park.
Yeah, no, poor. I didn't think he was that terrible, but he did slip a few times.
No. I thought he put in a shift.
Yeah.
He played like Curtis Jones is normally going to play. 6 out of 10. 5 or 6 out of 10. 7 on a great day. That's what he is.
Go ahead,
That's what
Curtis.
he is. But I love the Firmino shout.
Thank you.
So you say Nunez on the left.
Nunez on the left, because Bobby can't play wing.
Well, I don't know how often we've seen that.
We saw it.
Salah and Bobby up front 3. I would love that.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. This is the big debate, and you guys, you got to let us know what you think in the chat, because Klopp's got to be in 2 minds at this point, right, Steve? Like, he's either going to play a different lineup and mix it up and try to get something to work to get results, or does he just go back with what he trusts? I mean, it's not working. So he's kind of in this thing of like, do I need to change something up to get it to work? Or do I go back and be my quote unquote stubborn self and play who I've been playing and not getting results with? It's a tough decision. And of course, I can sit behind the computer and be like, yo, start Firmino. But who knows? Like you said, they haven't played together. The chemistry might not be there, Well,
Bobby can play with anybody. He can link with anybody. And then Mo, you just let Mo do his thing on the right. Nunez and Bobby, there's an opportunity there because Nunez, I think he's very intelligent. He still needs to work on his timing of his runs, but Bobby will find him. Bobby can do the dirty work.
Right.
Bobby can do the pressing. Bobby can drop deep. And Nunez can focus more so, almost like being a striker, like an overlapping striker. Even if he's on the wing. So,
I think for me, Nunez is still raw. When he takes a shot, though, when he shoots, we don't have anyone else on the team who shoots with the power he shoots with. Nobody else. So that's the striker in him. Can't dribble for shit. Can't pass for shit, really. I mean, honestly, like
Ox can shoot as hard as him.
Ox can shoot as well, but I mean, all I'm saying is Nunez has all the skill. You see it. But at times, it's just like, I don't feel comfortable when he's on the ball. Gakpo, Jota, Salah at times. I feel like Nunez is just, dude, if he's in the area, if he gets the ball near the goal, which is rare recently because we haven't had many chances in the box, dude, he's going to score.
Give or take.
That's all I'm saying. But what's weird to me, though, is when he did come in, I thought that Nunez would strictly play up top. And he's actually playing out left more often than not, which is interesting to me. I don't know if that's interests you at all. But
it's our system. Bobby's the only one that's not interchangeable. Every other attacker we have can play either side.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to see Nunez on the right, likely, but...
No, but he can play through the middle.
That's one of the reasons Klopp gets these guys, the Gakpos, Diaz is a left regardless, but Jota, Mo, Mane, he turned into that. all these guys can play all over the front, with the exception of a couple. Right? Bobby's not playing wing. Diaz isn't playing
No,
up top.
he
But
has
everybody else is
before
pretty
though.
much interchangeable.
He has
Yes,
before though.
and it was not pretty.
Yeah, man, that front three was Coutinho, Origi, and Firmino, dude. It's like,
Just
whoa, what is
legendary.
this?
It's just
Yeah,
legendary.
yeah, it's absolutely insane. I'm not going to do a score prediction. I'm just trying new things today, just to try to get some good luck, and
That's
maybe
where the shades
maybe
come in.
shades backwards hat. Maybe we come out with the win. Look at that ring light right in the glasses. That's kind of crazy.
Ryan, no. TB for life here says, I would put Gakpo as number 9 and Nunez on the left. That's where they played when we beat Man U 7-0. That's a good shout, too. Strictly because of that result.
But then they played like that for the next like 2 or 3 games and nothing happened.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right. I think we got to see Bobby tomorrow against Arsenal.
Dude, I'm putting Bobby in there, bro. And if he's bad, he's bad, but I'm starting Bobby.
It's pretty wild how we have like the same starting 11. That just goes to show you how it's pretty much a no-brainer at the back. Aside from right back, it's a no-brainer who's starting. Yeah. And then we don't have enough options in the midfield, enough quality options. So that's kind of easy too. And then
yeah,
the
in a
front,
way,
it's like Diaz isn't fit. So really, like, I don't know. Mo's going to play. Darwin should play.
Damn, we got that one. Mo's going to play.
Absolutely Darwin should play. So then it's like, okay, do you want Gakpo, Jota, or Firmino? That's the question.
Right. And, God, you just got to play Firmino. I know Ryan Johnson said views on Mount. I'm telling you, dude, Mount is the guy we're being linked with really heavily. It's like Mount, Mateus Nunes, and Bellingham, and then McAllister has been coming up. If we had Mason Mount in this match, you take Elliott out, you put Mason Mount in there. Tell me your feelings with that midfield. To me, that is a sexy and dangerous midfield. Mason Mount, I know you rolled your eyes a little bit. I know, but Mason Mount is good.
No, he's good. He hasn't had a great year this year.
Well, he hasn't played.
Though 90% of the people on these two teams haven't. So, but like, I don't know if he is that much of an upgrade over an Elliott. Like, he's a good player, yes. But like, is he giving you 15 goals a year? Like, no.
What did he get the year under Frank Lampard and then the year following that? Pull that up for me.
He had 11 goals and 10 assists last season.
That is a solid number.
This year,
fantastic.
3 goals, 2 assists. The year before that, 6 and 5. The year before that, 7 and 5. Last year is the outlier.
Okay.
He's also played in damn near 40 Champions League games, and he has 3 goals.
So, I wonder how many of those he was just sucked on at the end.
I understand he's better than Elliott. I'm not saying that he's not. I know that. That's a fact. But how much of an upgrade is he? Realistically, how much of an upgrade?
It's a great question. It's a great question. Well, look, from Elliott, if you look from a production standpoint, Steve, there's no question he's an upgrade. There isn't. Now, potential-wise, I still love Elliott, and I think Elliott has a great future at this club. But if you're asking me right now who I'd rather put in the midfield as like an attacking midfield option, a creator, I'm putting Mason Mount in there all day. Even on the left wing, like Mason Mount, that's kind of where he was used for a while at Chelsea as well. Mason Mount's good. I've always been impressed with Mason Mount. I know Amirali, I apologize about that, said I'd rather sign McAllister than Mount. And that's a good point. I haven't watched as many matches with McAllister to speak on McAllister, to be honest with you. When I've seen Mount play, I'm just thinking, wow, this kid's good.
He's clever. He's not going to give you anything defensively. He's a cam.
Right. Does Elliott give you anything defensively? Does Elliott give you anything defensively?
No.
Right. So
no, not much, but he's a workhorse. I don't know if Mount is.
True. Good point.
Now, Harvey's not fast enough, not strong enough yet, but he's also only 20. They have the same amount of goals and assists this season.
Minutes
Harvey's played.
Minutes played.
I'm not sure, but
Well,
Mount's got 35 matches. Harvey's got.
He's played in every damn one.
No, Harvey's got 35 matches. Mount's got 30. Same goals and assists. I know it's an upgrade. I'm just saying it's not as different as you think.
No. I agree. It's not night and day. I get it, 100%. But it's kind of like if you for me, it's like if you went from Jordan Henderson and Curtis Jones. In a way, that's probably not the best comparison.
No, that's decent. That's decent.
Yeah.
Because they're neither of them are gonna really give you stats.
Right.
But that's Curtis's job, though. Curtis is supposed to be creative. He just doesn't create. He doesn't play. Now, I'll take Mount for sure because he is shown that he's capable. Even if he gives you 6-7 goals a season, that's fine.
Right. It's all you need. We don't get enough from the midfield, dude.
We get zero from the midfield.
That's what we expected from Keita. We wanted Keita to be that 10, 15 goal a season guy, like a 10 and 10 guy. That's what we needed from Keita, And we don't really get that, Tiago. We don't.
No, they have none of them have goals.
No.
Who's got goals this year from the midfield besides Elliott? Like more than one.
I'm
asking because I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a good point. I think where we're going to win this match, though, is just overwhelming their defense. Like, if we can overwhelm their defense and actually score for once, we'll be all right. They're going to get chances, though, because they're going to overrun our midfield, especially if the midfield you and I put out there plays. They're going to overrun it.
Looking it all up right now.
Do it right now. Let us know what you guys think in the chat.
So Ox has 1 goal in 9 Premier League matches. I'm only looking at the league because it's
Carvalho. Doesn't Carvalho have one? I don't know if he was on the wing or not when he scored, but
so Elliott's got 3 in all comps. We'll just call it the league. 1 in the league. Ox has 1. Hendo 0. Milner 0. Thiago 0. Wow, man.
Yeah, it's bad. It's terrible.
Keita stats 0. Who am I missing? Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones. Did you say Thiago already? I'm searching for something, so I didn't listen all the way. But
0.
Zimbabwe saying we're not winning, mate. I'm not expecting a win, dude. I'm really not. I'm preparing myself already. I'm preparing to get waxed. I am. Would I take a draw? Yeah. I'm not expecting a win, and if we pull a win out, great. I'm definitely going to fall victim to the we're back, though. If we win.
Carvalho's got 2.
Good.
But I feel like he was playing in an attacking role.
He's got to be playing.
Yeah, good for him. 12 Premier League appearances, I guess. 2 goals. So it's just there's no goals from the midfield. So yes, we can absolutely use a player like Mount. We could have used a player like that since Coutinho left. But it was a hole that we covered with Salah giving you 35 a season in all comps, Mane giving you 20-something, Firmino giving you 15.
Yep.
Origi 5. All these things, right? It's a gap that's glaring now. Bellingham will give you goals too. You want goals from the midfield, Kyle? Go get those guys.
Hey, what did I say? Bobby Firmino scored in this game last match. Wow, Martinelli scored in the first minute. Now this match is coming back to me. Okay. Yeah, that was a rough start.
Who gave up a pen?
Yeah, that was rough. It's an excellent question. I don't know.
Was it Virgil?
I can't remember. All I remember is that first minute goal, and I'm just thinking to myself, there's no way that just happened. It was a really weird goal. Regardless, you got Darwin scoring, you got Bobby scoring. And Klopp, Jota and Diaz played. Of course, Diaz got injured in that match. But God, man. I mean, let's look at how we were playing back then. Oh God. Well, it seems like we were on the attack. It was a pretty even match, it looks like, to be honest. More possession based. But when I go to the head to head, we had their number up until that last match, dude. We were dominating. It's just this season. We're absolutely terrible this season. Look at the heads to
Very
head.
bad.
Look at the head to heads with this, okay? Look at the average goals per match, right? 171, which actually isn't terrible. That doesn't seem accurate to me. I feel like we're not scoring at all. Arsenal are scoring 2.41 goals per match, bro. 2.41. That's up on the level that we were at last season and the season before. That's great offense. But then you look at the clean sheets. They only have 12. We have 11, and they're in first place.
Yeah, because their defense isn't great. They're just playing really. They're a well-oiled, chemistry-driven machine.
They outscore you. Let's see how many
That's
goals
what
they
they
have.
70 goals for.
70 goals. That's good. It's really good.
No, it is. They're having a great year. I can't
Yeah.
help but think that it's a blip or a fluke. However,
No, they did it right, in my opinion. I mean, they rebuilt from scratch. The only thing that they messed up on was like buying Pepe. Like what happened there? Is he on loan? I don't even know.
no, he's gone. I don't
Did they
remember
sell
where he
him?
is. He's gone. Yeah, I think so.
God, that's
But
sad. That's rough.
you can't tell me you're not thinking like, when are they going to slow down?
I
Like
mean, of
it's
course
inevitable and it's coming.
well, it's more for me, it's more of just like I want them to slow down. It's not like when are they going to slow down? Um because honestly, once a team catches like fire in the Premier League, it's kind of like it's how long is it going to last, right? Is Arteta going to leave? I know Madrid are interested in bringing Arteta in. There's a lot in with Ancelotti leaving. You know, you never know with that because if Arteta leaves, Arsenal will probably experience like a fall off. There needs to be continuity for there to be success. So if the manager leaves, it's done. But if Arteta stays and they keep the same squad and don't lose players, which to be honest, it doesn't look like they're going to, they're actually acquiring better players. I think Arsenal can keep it going for at least 2 or 3 seasons. But
I don't think they have the quality.
well, no, but they're a team. They're a great team.
Like I don't think that. Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's it. It's gonna change eventually. Like we're not gonna struggle next year like we did this year.
Yeah.
That is, it's a fact. I would put everything I have on that. The same goes for Chelsea. Even Tottenham have been trash. Like their only competition is Man City this
Hannah,
season.
what's going on, by the way? Just want to say what's up to our
Manchester
channel
United have started
members.
to slip.
Well, yeah, I think they're still in fourth. You got Newcastle in third now. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I want to go back to these statistics here and just kind of look at these. You guys know me, I'm a stats guy.
Do you
Three
think we're making
penalties.
top four?
Well, I mean, mathematically, it's possible. I have accepted the fact that we're going to play Europa League football next season, though.
What's that?
I'm,
Fifth and sixth spot?
yeah, I've already kind of accepted it, to be honest with you. Now, what a turnaround it would be, and what a finish to the season, an exciting finish to the season it would be if we managed to pull out top four. No question. You know what I mean?
I don't think
If
it's
we
gonna
managed
happen.
to, no, I know, but just imagine if it did, that would make the season that seemed all but over super exciting again.
Yeah, I mean, we've had that feeling in the past twice. We had it, I want to say 17, 18. Or is it 16, 17?
Are you referring to when we finished eighth?
No. Never mind.
Because
I'm
we
thinking of
finished
something else.
eighth.
But 2 seasons ago,
Oh, when Allison
when
scored the header?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Right.
one. But we've had that feeling before, and you're right, it does feel good. But still, we're way too far out, dude. We've slipped. We've shot ourselves in the foot. I don't even. Yes, it's mathematically possible, but for reference, we have one game in hand on Man United. They're in fourth.
Mm-hmm.
One game in hand on Newcastle. They're 13 points up, Kyle. So let's just say we win our game in hand. We'd have to close a 10-point gap in 8 matches.
God, look at all the green, dude. I mean, Newcastle, Man City, and Arsenal are just smoking teams. That and that's what the Premier League has become, dude.
And look
And
at Aston
that's
Villa.
I know. Look at Aston. That's a good point. Look at Aston Villa. I'm I'm glad our team that we support is in this league because I would not want to be in a top heavy league. Okay, it loses its magic. But what I want to say is that we and Man City have been dominating this league for the last 5 seasons. Okay. Now, of course, there's blips on the radar. That's of course. But for the last 5 seasons, it has been Man City and Liverpool just destroying the rest of the league. Everything's cyclical. It's not going to last forever. Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle. Now the new guys on the block. Honestly, Newcastle surprised me with how quick that they were able to turn their team into a top four title, not title challenging, but top four challenging team. And that just goes to show it's a lot of mental stuff that goes into this because, yeah, they signed okay players, but were they really
They haven't even splashed the
like,
cash yet that
are
they
you
have.
kidding? Like, it is all mental there. Like, they said, oh my God, we got bought out by one of the biggest investment funds, families, whatever the hell they are in the world. And now, like, all the weight is lifted off their shoulders. They're just playing. They went out and they got Eddie Howe. I mean, it is all mental. It's all how you approach it. So that's what leads me to believe it's not a quality problem at the club. Yeah, we can definitely improve in midfield, but it's mental, dude. It is 100% mental. Look, Aston Villa have just skyrocketed since Steven Gerrard was fired. It's all mental. It's all mental. Brighton and Hove Albion now, call me crazy for thinking this. Once Graham Potter left, people thought it was Graham Potter. I think Brighton and Hove Albion are just a well-run club. They're seeing Graham Potter, who said, screw you, Brighton, I'm going to Chelsea. Look how good they're doing.
I said it was a mistake. We all did.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not a good career move.
no.
Like Potter, somebody else would come for you. Just wait. You think you're going to go to Chelsea and change your trajectory? I don't care if it's a new owner. They shit canned you after 8 months.
That's rough, dude. That is rough.
And like Nagelsmann to Chelsea, like why would he want to do that knowing he's going to get fired? They fired Tuchel, who wasn't even doing that bad and won a Champions League.
No. Tuchel, whatever you want to call him, great manager. I don't care who you are. And Chelsea gets good managers. Don't get it twisted. They get good managers. But the problem that Chelsea has is it's a cultural thing. Everything is the manager's fault. And so it's all put on the manager. But what blows my mind is managers that are successful there still get fired for the next best thing. I mean, sorry, dude. Sarri was a good manager. He had success there. He won trophies, and then they just canned him. For who? Conte? Who came in after him?
I think it was
Conte. Then Conte's gone. See you later,
the other way
Frank
around.
Lampard. See you later, Graham Potter. See you later, Frank Lampard again. It's unbelievable.
Tuchel was in there, of course.
I forgot. Forgive me for the 7th manager in the last 5 years. It's ridiculous, man.
But I think they tried to make another big change. A Nagelsmann or who's the guy? Is it the Spanish coach? The Spanish national team coach, maybe? I forget the guy's name, but I think he was on the short list. They probably called them and said, hey, come on in. And they probably said no. I wouldn't be surprised if Nagelsmann and the other guy turned it down and said, no, we'll talk in the summer. Nagelsmann should take a break. Just take a break, dude.
Yeah.
There's like 2 months left in the year.
And look how successful Julian Nagelsmann was, right? Because I believe he was at Leipzig, right? And then he just did was it he was, okay, I got to pull up because I don't want to speak like wrong about this because Julian Nagelsmann, in my opinion, is one of the best managers in the world right now. And it's just because of the success he's had where he's gone. Now, Bayern, of course, I mean, I don't, did he win anything at Bayern? I don't know if he did or not. Let me pull this up here. Nagelsmann career. Okay. This dude is so young, by the way. It's unbelievable. He's almost as old as you, Steve. Like,
it's wild. They're in first place, by the way.
Who is?
Bayern.
Yeah, and he got sacked. What's that about? Is it because Makes
Well,
abs
there's the
nobody.
rumors about his girlfriend and leaking stuff, which may or
Oh
may
yeah.
not be true.
Okay.
But at the
Okay.
end of the
So
day, you don't sack the manager for that. If that's true, like, do you actually sack the guy, or do you just tell him, "Hey, like that can't happen"? Like, I don't.
yeah, dude, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Okay. So you look at this guy. Okay, he started. Oh, that's his youth career. Okay. So managerial career. He started. That's right. He started off at Hoffenheim. He got promoted. He went to Leipzig. Leipzig, just amazing at the time that he was there. I mean, they did really, really well. Their recruiting has always been good, but I mean, they were great. And then he was at Bayern Munich, and you know, to me, you're right. I think he should take a break. I think he should weigh his options, and I don't think he should put a call it a demerit in his career by going to Chelsea. I think the only thing that draws people to Chelsea is one, it's in London, right? It's good location if you want to build your brand or whatever you want to do. Good business area, and it's the money.
Oh yeah, they'll pay you a shit
It's
ton, and it's a
100% the
huge club.
money.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
huge
big
club.
club. It's a big club.
Think about the history, just even the recent history, like the Drogba, the Cesc Fabregas, who else? I don't know. Hazard, like big players winning big trophies.
Yep,
That's the draw there. But for
absolutely.
whatever reason, no one's turning it down. Turn down that job. Don't take that job.
I think they've just come to a point where they are okay with the turnover. They don't attach themselves to the manager the same way they do the team. And maybe they go in there with the mindset, like maybe they tell these guys, bro. Maybe they tell them, like, look, you're not the top dog, it's the players. Like the players are priority here. And if things start going south, it's you. But what blows my mind though is if and again I can't back this up. It's just what I read. Buying out Graham Potter's contract because you have to buy out all these guys' contracts. They bought him out from Brighton, which was I don't know how much. I don't want to say the wrong figure, but it was somewhere between 20 and 60 million. And then to fire him, they owed him like 40 million.
Well,
It's
for
what
him, it's a no-brainer, I guess.
Well, that's
If
that's
that's
the
the
point.
case,
So
if that's the case,
so
then it's a no-brainer.
right. So that's the draw for him. It's like, look, if I go there and get fired, who gives a shit? And maybe that's why these guys are kind of like maybe they don't have the right motivation going in. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why some of the managers don't stay very long. I don't know, but still some managers have had success and they still get fired.
Yeah, no, because it just doesn't matter. It's just like when something hits the fan, you're right. They trim the fat. The fat is the coach to them.
Yeah.
So, but I
And
wouldn't. I
every
wouldn't take that
manager,
job.
no,
No
no,
way.
not in a million
Not
years.
to mention
And
they gave them all hundreds of million. TB for life saying that here.
yeah.
Tuchel spending spree. Not to mention the one they've gone on in the last 6
Yep.
months,
I was just
8
about to
months.
say that. Everybody who's been there has been given every player they want. Every single one. And that's but again what actually let me ask you something, Steve. So think back to when Frank Lampard came in. Obviously the first window he couldn't buy anyone, so he had to use the youth. But then as soon as the transfer window was open, he started playing like FIFA career mode. Ben Chilwell, right? Who else did he bring in? Right?
He brought in a lot. I can't even. I don't.
Pulisic.
Oh,
He brought in
Lukaku,
Pulisic. Lukaku. No, I don't know if he brought in. Maybe he brought in
Havertz.
Thank you, Havertz. Right, these kinds of players, like the players that are just the next big name. Now, look at who they just brought in, Enzo Fernandez. Right, and you look at Raheem Sterling. I thought that was a good pickup. But Enzo Fernandez is probably like the biggest example for me. João Felix. Right. Chelsea, I don't think it's the manager who brings these guys in. I think Chelsea just go with the next big name. And I think the manager is just like, you have to do it. You have to deal with these superstars. And it might be an ego issue.
There's
Because otherwise it would change.
I've been sitting here thinking about who else they brought in.
It's a lot of players, dude. It's a lot. Koulibaly. Fucking cool. Excuse me.
Ziyech.
Koulibaly. Ziyech. There you go. That's a flop.
Yep.
Like, those were all the big names at the time, dude. Ziyech had just been on that run with Ajax. Ben
Hmm.
Chilwell had been the rising star at Leicester. And Enzo Fernandez, great World Cup, right? I mean, we were linked with him. I thought we're actually going to sign him, to be honest with you. But
I
Timo
mean,
Werner, thank you, Hannah.
yep.
Like,
Aubameyang. No, that was like recently.
yeah,
That was
and now
recently.
he's gone. He's gone.
He's gonna leave. Yeah. He almost went back to Barca in
And
January.
and in what world is this like economically viable? Like, how is it economically viable to do this? The amount of money because they don't bring in as much as Liverpool do. Do they have like a quarter of the staff? Like, how, Steve? Mudryk?
No, it's the I forgot about him. We can't even get started, bro. Like João Felix loan, like we can't even do it.
I
It's
hate
not
it.
even worth it.
I
The
used to
players
think Man
they have a
City
whole
spent.
new. They bought what 15 players in the last 8 months, like
Oh,
legit
easily.
15 players.
Oh no, dude, it has to be. Has to be. If you pull it up right now, let's have a good laugh. Would you mind pulling it up?
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly, absolutely. They got some players on a free, Thiago Silva.
I don't have my
Um,
monitor up, so no, I can't.
well, yeah. But that's just what they do, man. They buy the hot prospects. And if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. But I just don't understand how it's economically viable for that club, regardless of how much money the owner has, if they are not bringing in more money than like the Man Cities, the Liverpools, the Madrids, and the Uniteds. And how? Because that isn't that the whole financial fair play?
Well, they have to
How?
sell a bunch this summer, I think, to stay within the bounds.
Right.
I think that's how it works. I think they have to sell a bunch.
Yeah, I think
The Mudryk signing, whatever his name is,
Mudryk.
that's the worst one of them all, I think.
But when you see him play, he is extremely talented. Like, you can see it.
They paid 108 million for
No. I
pace.
know. I'm not saying the price is good. I'm just saying you watch him play. I'm like, damn, that guy's kind of good. He looks like Nick Carter. I know you sent that. That dude, he looks exactly like Nick Carter.
Aaron Carter, rest in peace.
Well, both of them. No, the video you sent me was Nick.
I don't even know who Nick Carter is.
Nick Carter's his older brother. He was in
Oh, where'd I send
Backstreet
you a
Boys.
video on Instagram?
I think it was you.
I don't know. It might have been me. Maybe it was.
Dude, I'm almost positive it was you, bro.
All right, it was probably me, but like he looks like Aaron Carter at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh God, Chelsea.
We spent too much time talking about Chelsea, man.
It's
But
just so
we've
fun.
just been so boring this year and so poor.
Oh,
that-
and Nkunku next season.
dude, Koulibaly.
Can't make it up. Can't make it up.
There's a million. It's not even worth it. There's so many. They signed a couple guys from South America that haven't even shown up yet.
Yeah.
20 million here.
Now the only good thing is that
Zakaria. Haven't seen him.
oh yeah, what the hell?
Fofana.
Yeah.
Another guy.
Oh, the
Abiaselli?
Badieshie or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, this must be fun
Sterling.
for Chelsea fans to just like look at your team and just be like, "Wow, we still have that guy. We still have that. Wow, we still have that guy." And Liverpool over here
It's
just
probably fun. Yeah, if they don't take it to heart that they're just trying to buy trophies, it's probably fun.
like
Like I look at our bench and I'm like, oof.
yeah,
Keita?
like all right, so it's like you're playing FIFA Ultimate Team and all your players are good. They're like all above a certain level. But when you play career mode and then you scroll down past your bench and there's like 56, 58, 60, and you're like, damn, I don't have anybody. That's what it feels like.
Oh yeah, everybody in the chat here. Oh, so somebody said Fofana. Mendy. Ryan Johnston
Mendy.
says Madueke. That's the guy I'm thinking of. They signed him from the
Forgot about him.
championship, I think.
Madueke?
No, PSV? I don't know, but he's a good player. It's insane. It's pure insanity. Also, Anfield Watch reported yesterday that Milner is leaving in the summer. Likely to leave in the summer. We don't need to spend any time on this.
Well,
But
Anfield Watch
just
is
food for thought.
associated with the Sun. I unfollowed them. I stopped following them. I learned that the hard way because we're not from there. We don't know everything, but
Right.
Anfield Watch can't trust anything from them, I guess. So,
well, that's good to know.
yeah, so can't do anything about it. I think Liz was telling us that or that in the chat as well. But yeah, Milner's gone, likely. Firmino's likely gone. Everything is pointing to a huge rebuilding summer, which is exciting, but also kind of sucks because you're going to rebuild this team and you're essentially starting from zero because you're not going to be in the Champions League, dude. I feel like that. Maybe if we win the Europa League, it'll be fine. That's great. Hell, dude, we might not even make Europe.
No, I don't think we are. That's what I forgot to mention earlier because we moved on. I don't think we're playing in Europe next year. That's how bad we are. That's how much we've fallen from grace. We were fighting for 4 trophies last year. Now we're fighting to stay in the top half of the Premier League. That's literally what we're doing. We're only in the position we're in because we weren't awful at the beginning of the season. Because we started off decent. Because we've been awful for months. Really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and
we have 2 games, a 9-0 and a 7-0. Take those out. Let's do that before we wrap up here.
Goal differential. That's 16 goals, by the way. It's unbelievable.
Our goal differential is 15.
We would be negative. Negative.
Yep. That's how bad we are. We are hanging on by a thread. Because you know what? Chelsea, well, we have 2 games in hand on Chelsea. This is a bad example. Chelsea and Fulham, we have games in hand on both of them. And 2 games in hand on Brentford. And 2 games in hand on Aston Villa and Tottenham. Actually, not as bad as I thought, looking at this now.
It never was.
We have games in hand on everybody.
I keep telling everyone that.
Except Brighton.
It's like, I don't know. It's just the benefit, I guess.
But the problem is the top 4 spots, we're 13 points away, and we only have 1 game in hand on Newcastle and United. 1 game in hand. So we're 10 points back if we win that game in hand to get to top 4. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, dude.
You look at these other big teams. The Man Uniteds, what other team was in the Europa League? It wasn't Tottenham. I think Tottenham was in the Champions League. Man United and who was the other team? Was it Arsenal? I think Arsenal were in the Europa League. These rebuilding teams go through this, and we did it after Brendan Rodgers and then the transition to Klopp. We weren't in Europe. We had a full season just to focus on the league, and we finished top 4, and that's when everything started. Finished 8th the year Klopp took over, and then we finished 4th the next season with all of our focus on that. That is essentially what we're probably going to finish somewhere between 5th and 8th this year. I'm pretty positive about that. I'd be surprised if we finish 5th. But then next year, dude, we just attack the league full force. You play the young guys in the Europa League, right? Every Premier League team that plays in the Europa League, you essentially start your B team. That's just what happens.
We just have to win matches, or it's going to get really ugly. Really ugly. This is bad. Don't get me wrong, but it could get worse. I'm not going to say it's not going to get any worse. It could get much worse.
Well, I got to be positive about it at least. I just don't feel like it's in Liverpool's blood or Klopp's blood to drop off that much. You know what I mean? We're dropped off a lot compared to where we've been, but I don't think it's drop off to mid-table. How much worse can it get? You
can't go below 12th because we have 2 games in hand on Wolves and we're 12 points up. The worst we could go is we could finish 11th, I think. And the best I would say is 5th.
Yeah.
We're going to finish between 5th and 11th.
I think Europa League is probably a real possibility, but appreciate everyone in the chat for your comments throughout the show. Steve, do you have any closing thoughts, man? We just got to go out and play.
No. I don't. Not today. We got to play. We got to win. Just at least get a point. At least get a point. Slow them down.
Yeah.
We have better players than they do. It's a fact.
But they're a
Can
better
we
team
string
than us
together
right
some
now.
chemistry like we did against United? Like we did against Newcastle? Like we did against City earlier this year? Can we do that?
I hope
Is
so.
that too much to ask?
I
Like
don't think
Madrid like Madrid in the first half? Can we do that?
I legit don't think it's too much to ask. These guys got to come out and want it though, and it seems like they've given up. So until I see anything different, I'm just not expecting anything. But we'll see tomorrow. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Steve, thank you very much, man. Happy Easter to everyone. And until next time, Reds, take care.